If you want to learn how to trade just like me, join the community, click the private Discord link, sign up through this membership level, and you will gain access to weekly group mentorship calls for free. There's only really one change since the last update, but yeah, what's happening right now is actually fine. We'll run through this all today. We're going to show all the levels of support that must hold at all costs if you want to stop a huge dump from happening. I'm also going to show you the level that needs to be reclaimed in order to hit our 25-cent technical target. So make sure you stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, and share, and enjoy today's video. So very annoyingly, we have lost the 1 fib level again. However, the reason why I said it was fine, as I was explaining what was going to happen in this video, is because we are still above this support, as well as hovering around the 55 moving average. We're really and truly trapped between the 55 and the 20. So what really needs to happen is a reclaim of the 20 daily, as well as the 1 fib level. It's really annoying that we lost the 1 fib level, guys, because you just want to hold that as support, and then we would get another pump that actually breaks through 13 cent, which is the level that we need to actually reclaim, and that's how we get to 25 cent. And annoyingly, because we didn't hold the 1 fib level as support, is giving it a greater chance than before of a failure. So because we're not holding the support that should have, we're not getting that pump that we should have, and that pump would have sent us at least to the 0.5. Of course, then we need to reclaim it to actually continue higher. So we don't know if it would have done that, but at least we know we would have got up to that price point if we held the 1 fib level at 11.5 cent. But unfortunately, over the past 2-3 days, we can see that that level of support was in fact lost. And we're still at a key level of support, don't get me wrong. In fact, if we never had the moving averages, we just assumed that the loss of the 1 fib level would take us back down to this purple box. And that's the level we can't lose at all costs. So the fact that the moving averages are there is giving us another layer of support before we that steps in before we actually reach that level, which is at all costs can't be lost. If that is lost, we start initiating a much larger dump. If you remember from my Kaspa KuCoin chart, we actually have a wick on this candle over here hitting all technical targets and very close to 200 EMA. And what I was saying back then is that if we ever do lose this again, that you'd fill in the wick and meet all the targets again to the downside. So it's very important right now that we find either the support where we are and we reclaim the 1 fib level right now, whether it's today or tomorrow. But if we go ahead and lose this support, it's coming down to the purple box, and then that's the final point of support before we start to look at these lower price targets again, because you would have lost the moving averages, and when you lose the moving averages, you're assuming that that one comes in, the 200 EMA. But equally, we have a horizontal levels of support. Let's ignore the moving averages for now, and whether they're lost or held. We're just looking at this support. We are currently still above that, so that's all great, and this is our support of the low of the range. So if we're losing the low of the range, it becomes our high, so we can reject it and go even lower, and we come down to this level, which is the 200 EMA and the final target of our fibs, which has already been met with this wick over here on the Kaspa USDT KuCoin chart. This is the MEXC chart, so it's a little bit different. It really doesn't matter which one you use. Wherever you're holding it, use the one that you're holding on. That's quite funny because I'm not holding it on MEXC. I'm holding it. I buy it on KuCoin. So yeah, it really doesn't matter which one you use. But let me just briefly show you the Kaspa KuCoin one so you know what I'm talking about. There's the wick over here. Do you remember this chart now? I've posted this chart on my Twitter before with all of these. So above the 200 EMA, we're in an uptrend. We're holding the uptrend. This is the point of support that we must keep pumping from, and this is the level, the 0.5 13 cent, that we must reclaim. Otherwise, if we do not reclaim that 0.5 level, look, we've already got rejected a few times. Look at the last one over here, sent us to that. So there's the risk right now. We're going to do the same. If this 55 level of support, the 0.5 Fibonacci at 11 cent, doesn't allow us to reclaim 11.5 cent. If we fail to do that, then we are going to look to lose this support, and we know what happens. As it says, must pump. If we don't and we lose it, we're going to meet all these targets to the downside and fill in this wick and come down, reset the market by hitting the 200 EMA. I personally don't really mind what happens, because equally, yeah, I want my money to keep rising, but I know that we're nowhere near the top of the bull market. Bitcoin is nowhere near its all-time high. It hasn't surpassed this all-time high. So we're not in the late stages of the bull market, we're in the very early stages. Let's call this part one. Part one could be coming to an end soon. So if part one coming to an end soon, could take us back down to this area or even lower eventually. So we're waiting for that part two of the bull market. That's going to be the end of this year, guys. That's going to be the end of this year into next year, and that's where we're going to get that full-blown bull market. Right now we've had our 1 year of going up straight in a straight line. If you go to Bitcoin's chart, look at January the 1st of 2023 till December 31st, 2023, you'll see it was a straight line up pretty much. So we've only experienced up in the whole of last year. So it makes sense to start coming back down. We've got the topping out process over here already. It doesn't necessarily need to be, but we are doing so. And if we reclaim this level, then it won't need to be the topping out process. We'll go up one more level higher towards 25 cent, and then that could be it. But it could also be now as well if we do not hold our key levels, which is 10, pretty much 10.5 cent. So if we lose this key level support, then the next one stepping in will be around the 7.5 to 8 cent area. And then of course we must hold that at all costs and then slowly reclaim these levels. So if we go ahead and lose this and get down to here, it's these two levels that we need to reclaim again. So that's going to be a very long process, guys. That will take months and months and months. So for you and for me, we just want it to go up, because when it does go down, yes, I don't mind, because I know that we're only in the part one of the bull market. We need to experience down. We've only gone up for one solid year, no down during it. Well, there was no downtrend in the last 1 year. There were dips, but there was no downtrend. There was no loss of uptrend structure. So with that being the case, it could be that the majority of this year we are going down, and this could be the setup right now for the downside. I personally wouldn't be selling. That is completely down to you. I'll just be looking to use my dry powder pretty much and start DCing a bit more heavily as it starts to go down, because it's really towards the end of this year, well after the halving. Guys, don't think that the halving is going to come and it will just explode. It's not like that. And I'm not talking about the Kaspa halving, I'm talking about the Bitcoin. We really just need to focus on that. Last time round, it took like a good 6 months afterwards to really get going. So it could be the same. That's why I'm aiming for more towards the end of the year to get this part two of the bull market to get going. So if we are really in the topping out process, we will lose this key level of support. We will not break through 13 cent to get to 25 cent. This 10.3 cent level of support will be lost, and then we're looking at 7.5 to 8 cent as the direct next target. Guys, that's it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment and share so we can hit 8k as quick as possible. Let's get to 10k before the part two of the bull market, before the end of this year. Cheers everyone. I've got a whole bunch of educational content, and over here on the website you can see loads of other people taking action recently. If you want to get educated, simply scroll underneath the video, click take action or Linktree, and click the option that you want to read more about, or private message me on Twitter. Let's start off with the ebook. This is where you can take action on my ebook, teaches the exact strategy. Head over to the membership level if you want to become a Discord channel member, where you have access to 2 weekly group mentorship calls. Or if you want to take action on my 6-hour long pre-recorded course, there's an offer here, and you do get Discord chat for 2 months totally free. Here is my beginner one-to-one mentorship plan, which includes 3 hours of my one-to-one help, the course, and 2 months free in the chat. And there are some other plans here for 5 or 10 hours of my one-to-one help. Use the links down below to private message me on Twitter, or head straight to the website using one of these links to take action. Cheers.